Morning, YouTube. I'm Sarah. Today I'm here with Ayla and Bruna. Our conversation is going to be great. We're going to talk about art, talent, music, I don't know, painting as well, museums, all the kinds of stuff. And we just introduced, sorry guys, we just introduced ourselves. I was listening to myself, sorry. So, like I was saying, we have some questions to discuss. We just introduced ourselves. And the first question, are you a good artist? Let me see. What kind of art do you like to make? Ayla, can you start?
So, in my case, I'm not a good artist, unfortunately, but I very appreciate who is, especially singer and painters. I I I like it so much. I remember now the painter's name Frida Kahlo. Kahlo, I don't know. And so I think it's so good. I was very so very surprised when I read about her history. She was a strong woman, and she hurt a lot, but she could use her art to overcome uh, a way to overcome how much she hurt. I think it's very emotional for me when I read about her history. This painter, the artist Frida Kahlo, I think. And yeah, that's it.
That's interesting. I don't know a lot about her, just the things we usually see some places, but I think art is all, I wouldn't say always, but almost always a way to express yourself, your feelings, to communicate with the world, right? So that's what she did as an artist. And let me see, Santiago just joined us. Good morning.
Morning, girls.
So we are talking about art, okay? Just answer the first question. We just started, actually. Can you introduce yourself and answer the first question?
Okay, my name is Santiago. I'm 37 years old. I live in Belo Horizonte with my wife. I am a 3D artist. I work in making 3D objects for games. How about the first question? I think I am a good artist. I work with art since a lot of time, and the kind of art I like to do is 3D art because it's my profession. But I like to do illustrations too.
And that is amazing. Do you have like a portfolio, something, somewhere we can see your art? I'm always curious about it.
Yeah. You can see my art on ArtStation. Just search for Santiago Martins.
Okay, very good. If feel free to share your links or portfolio if you want. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And you, Bruna?
Well, I think I'm a good bathroom singer. So Yes, my son all the time, man, if you want to sing, it's necessary to song. If you want to, yes, to singer is necessary to learn this. No, I know. I'm a the best bathroom singer, I think. But in the past, I was many hand work. I think it's knit and embroidery, bordado. So nowadays, currently, it's not for me. I don't like too much to do this. I sometimes I think I don't have time for this, but the real it's not my priority. I want to do any other things. That's it.
Yeah, makes sense. You choose how to use your time, and that's okay. Sometimes it's just a matter of
Yes.
perspective, lifestyle, right?
That's it.
Yeah, I can see. As for myself, I'm just like Bruna. I don't sing under the shower so much, but I like it to make a performance when I'm cleaning the house, But I'm not so talented, like I said. Um, yeah, I like to watch and see and follow some stuff, but I'm not the performer because I would suck. Honestly, I'm not the best person to do that. But it's good to have references, your friends, support your friends as well if they want to be an artist. So that's the way to go. So the next question, have you ever been to a museum? Ayla, have you been?
Yeah, I've been to uh, an art museum when I travel. Uh, I went to, and I very appreciate, uh, especially abstract art, because I don't know, it's art. It depends. It depends on uh, each one to understand it. I think, and I think it's curious because sometimes one person think about this way and the other think about other different ways, and also it's no I don't know, a fixed idea about the art. And I think that's why I consider it's a good and interesting thing. So when I travel, I went to Buenos Aires once, and I went to some museums there, and I appreciate. But in Brazil as well, I I remember I went to Recife in Salvador, and there I could to visit some museums, and I like it a lot, especially when I there is something about the history, the culture, and yeah, it's so good for me. It's a good opportunity to appreciate an art.
Yeah, really liked what you said about each person thinking something different about the project, the painting, the art itself. That's very true. Can you choose someone to answer the question?
Okay, Santiago.
Okay, let's go. Uh, yes, but I don't go often. To be honest, I don't know why I don't do this. I guess it's because I tend to see to absorb art all the time, but digitally, because my work. But I want to go more in museums. How about you? Is Bruna?
Yes, thank you, Santiago. So I have ever to in the museum. For example, I went museum the Madame Tussauds. It's I don't know the same about the Museu de Cera. It's very interesting and fun but in the other place I went to art museum. In the past, it's difficult to go in the museum because it's not common in my family. I think it's necessary you introduce this when you are a child, no? Because after this, I think it's difficult. You want to interesting about. Like Ayla said that she likes abstract arts, for example. For me, I stay in front of the art and what is this? It's for me, it's very difficult to understand what the artist want to say, to do, to speak, to or show what. I sometimes it's difficult for me, no? And I more interesting when it's for example here in Brasilia have a museum with old coins. So here in Brazil and the other countries, so it's very interesting for me. And the museum that life of Juscelino Kubitschek, I think interesting too. But the other, I think the museum it's interesting when it's close to your area. For example, like Santiago said, no, he likes when it's something a digital arts because he works with this. I think it's the similar for me. And you, Sarah, have you ever go at the museum?
Yeah, actually, the city that I live in is historical city because of Jorge Amado, that is a writer. Do you know him? Maybe I think so. So we have a museum to tell the story of his life, some about the book. So like Bruna said, when you have this type of art, you feel more connected. I agree with her because I live in the city. I read the book. So when I go to the museum and I can see the art, the story in pictures, showing some like a timeline because you know what happened first and then what happened next and to nowadays, you know. So I think it makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not like it's not so common that I go like once a year that I have this habit to go to museums. But when I can, I like to see this type of things like pictures because I feel like I'm traveling in time, you know, because you can just look at a picture of a street that it was so different in the past that in my city we had like a place where the train passed and now we don't have trains anymore. So that's just history now. But when you see a picture, you kind of think about that time. So for me, that's amazing. I'm not like a big fan of museums, but whenever I can go, I appreciate the experience for sure. So let's talk about other stuff, the museums. Do you have like a favorite artist, like a singer, a painter, I don't know, sculpture, maker, I don't know, a lot of options here. Rona, can you start?
Well, I don't have a favorite art, so actually I don't know the art, the singer, for example. I don't remember their name for them. I all the time I sing the song, but I don't remember the name of the singer. The art, for example, plastic, I don't remember the painter. For me, it's difficult to know the name and to know the specific art, for example. It's very difficult. I may only enjoy the moment. It's okay for me. And that's it. I think that's it because that's it. I don't have a favorite arts. I don't pay attention about the person. I think it's so bad, no? Because if you appreciate the work, but you don't know the author, I think it's terrible. But my mind don't help me in this moment. And you, Santiago, do you have a favorite art? Beyond
Yes.
you, of course.
Yes, I have. But you don't know the artist behind the art. It's not a problem. A problem. It's very normal. you, you, you can stay calm about this. My favorite art is Leonardo da Vinci. He's a great master. But these days, I really like the work of a Brazilian 3D artist called Pedro Conte. He's a very great artist. He's working in some Disney movies. This is a very good guy. I have a pleasure to meet him. And he's an inspiration for me in my work, in my day, and I learned to admire his work a lot. How about you, Ayla?
So, like Bruna, unfortunately, I don't have a favorite artist. I can't remember their name. I think it's no good. I appreciate some art, but I don't know. I usually I don't remember their names. So sometimes when I I read about it, like I said in the beginning about the Frida Kahlo, I can remember, but in general, I don't remember. I just appreciate the moment and I can't remember their names, so I don't have a favorite artist. I I think I like some singers or authors or painters, and yeah, that's it.
Can you name one of the singers, for example? Which type of music do you like?
Um, I like some Brazilian singers.
Mhm.
There is some Brazilian singers in my city, and he sing about our culture, our religion, região, I don't know. His name is Nilson Chaves, and I very appreciate because I think the song let us talked about our people, our culture, our city. So I think it's good.
Yeah, that is a great way to display, to show your culture to others. through your art. I really like this recommendation. Nilson Chaves, right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna check this later. Thank you, Ayla. And talking about myself, I have a favorite artist that is actually a group, that is a Brazilian group that lives in Santiago City, that is called Skunk, that I talk about this band whenever I can because I'm freaky. I freak love them. So whenever I'm feeling down or I just want music to clean the house, I always put Skunk and I listen. I know the songs by heart, so it's easy for me to just have fun and I don't know, have a moment to myself. It's important. Feel emotional songs, happy songs, all kinds of vibes.
One curious thing happened with me is that my husband called me to go the show, the Paralamas e Titãs. So, okay, Paralamas, I know many songs then. It's okay, but Titãs, I don't remember any songs then. But it's okay. I'm going. Eh, I will appreciate this. Let me see. So when it started, they started to song singer many. Oh my gosh, they sing this song. The song is then. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I like this song. The other. For me, it's the best show that I'm going that I have to go on to go on. So it's very interesting because in the first moment I think I don't know any song, but after it's possible I for my the best show that I go in my life. So interesting, no?
Yeah, that is so cool. You can always enjoy the experience.
Yes.
I'm the type of person who likes to learn the lyrics, especially if I buy the tickets previously. So I learn the lyrics so I can sing and participate, leave the concert, at most. Because if I stay silent, it's not the same. Well, guys, you have to enjoy yourself, in my perspective, of course. So the next question, Santiago, can you read this one? Number 4.
Okay. Uh, what 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 are some reasons the art is an important subject? Okay. Uh, Today we are so busy, so busy. We think about work and solving problems all the time. And for me, art is a great escape. For me, it's important to take a time to absorb any type of art. Then you can just stop and enjoy the moment, So art is important for me because this to run away of all problems we have all day in real life. That is it. How about you, Ayla? What do you think about this?
So, guys, I think the main reason that art is an important subject it's because art can retract about our history, about the people history, the people culture, and so that's why it's interesting to know about it. I when I'm in another city, I feel curious about the history that city, and so when I went to the museum, I like to understand about it. So I think it's very interesting because it's a legacy, that people let for us, and I think it's a good way to show us and about that history, that culture. So basically, I think it's the main reason, the art and artist has the ability to show us the beautiful way about what are they think, or about the culture or the history. So it's very interesting, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
you, Bruna?
Well, I agree when you said that art is an important subject because it's mark a moment, the history, show the cultural, the city, the person. I think it's very important. That's it. I think it's important because it's the moment. For example, the song. Sometimes for your life, it's very important. Oh, one specific song in the moment. For example, now I bought today I bought one ticket for the Carnaval Retro. So I think it's only the song and the eight década 80. So it's interesting because in the past, but it's remember me my childhood. I think the art is this when you put it's possible to remember something in the moment in the history and your life, because it's not only the history, the country or the the povo, but it's possible your story too. And you, Sarah?
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Like you all brought great points about how art impacts our lives, right? And also, I would say it's socially relevant because, for example, music and even paintings, you have the art showing something, sometimes maybe criticizing even the political situation or the inequalities you have in a country. You always try to communicate your message to the world. So it's not like only a way to have fun, or it's not only beautiful, but it has meaning, right? It tells someone that they should pay attention to a problem like hunger or like inequality that I mentioned before. So sometimes I just enjoy the art, especially if it is a silly song, you know. But other types of art could also tell a story and make you reflect about the world, the reality we live. So I think I'm gonna skip some questions. Guys, if you wanna add something like Bruna did before, you can, okay? Just open your mic and make some comments. That's okay. So question number question number 5 is interesting as well. I was talking about talent, so I'd like to hear your perspective about it, okay? Bruna, can you read this one? And of course, share your opinion.
Do you think that the number 5?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you think that being a good artist is something that can be learning? Yes. I read one article about this, and a specialist said it's possible. But it's necessary you training for 10,000 hours in your life. I think maybe it's possible if you do, maybe you spend 3 years only do the same things for a long time, no? But I think it's possible. And if you don't have any talent, I think it's possible if you train a lot. But if the other person have a little bit talent, it's very fast to desenvolve the arts. We and you, I think it's possible to learning, but it's very hard, because if you spend a lot of time to do the same thing, that's it. And you, Santiago, do you think it's possible to learning?
Yeah, eu sei all. Learning art is a matter of training and dedication. I believe in Dom, but Dom is just a facility. Anyone with willpower can learn and kind of type of art. With willpower, of course. If you train every day for an hour, 1 hour, you will reach your goal. Maybe you're not a famous singer, but you can be so good as a famous singer if you put in your mind you can do this and train every day, like you say, 2,000 hours to go this goal. How about you, Sarah? What do you think about this?
Yeah, there is a lot of motivation. Thank you. So I think I needed that because I'm not. Oh my gosh, I feel upset often, when I'm trying to learn something and I cannot do it. So I try not to put everything in talent because I think it is kind of lazy if I just assume it's about talent and not effort, So I do think you can learn how to be an artist, but I think some things are easy. Some things are easier. For example, in my perspective, if you want to learn how to be a writer, it's one thing. But if you want to learn how to be a singer, how to pass emotion through your songs, how to connect to the audience, I think this is another level of art. Okay, I'm not saying one is better, the other is worse, but just a matter of maybe passion. It's something important in art as well, the way I see. So it's possible to learn, but for some kinds of art, you have a higher challenge, a bigger challenge to achieve, and you gotta put more effort. And sometimes you gotta also accept that could not be for you, and that's okay. You can try other stuff and live your life and be happy anyhow, But I think it is a great discussion between talent and skill and effort, and we gotta find the balance between these things. What do you think, Yaila?
So I think it's possible. It's possible when you really dedicate for this. I know it's easier when you like when we were born with the natural talent. I think it should be easier for you, but when there is no the situation, I think it's possible, but I think you need to motivate and dedicated for that. But yeah, I think it's possible, but it depends on the situation and the person. So yeah.
I don't know if the story is true, but one also I listened that the Cristiano Ronaldo, it's don't he doesn't have talent. He didn't have talent to soccer, but he tried every time. He started before your colleague and continue after the colleague stopped. So that is the the result. It's very spectacular, no, amazing, because
Yeah.
they he is a he he received many rewards about soccer, and I think it's necessary only training. And all the time in the, I don't know, entrevista, he always said it's necessary training, and he trained a lot all the time and every day. I think it's the secret to be a desenvolve your talent, maybe. So, Sarah, it's necessary to train a lot and put out the delays.
Yes, thanks for that tip. I agree with you. I didn't know that about Cristiano, because it's unbelievable to me. Just imagine that at some point he wasn't a good soccer player. You know, for me, he was born like that, because it is a reference when you talk about him. Almost everybody can oh, I know Cristiano Ronaldo, he's amazing, he's a soccer player, you know. And I heard that people call him the robot, because he's so focused, you know. He knows exactly what he wants, and he's teaching his son to do the same with the goals, even though he's a kid, but he can learn these values as well, right? And people are calling his son little robot because of this, because he's going on the same direction. That's interesting. Thank you for sharing, Bruno. This story was great. So the next question. Let me just, okay. Question number 9. Let's talk about society and art, okay? We are talking already, but in a different way. Ayla, can you read this question?
If you could become an excellent artist, what type of art would you learn? I don't know. I think I would like to. I would like to learn painting. I think because I would paint about my feelings, about what I think about the several things, something like that, and I think I could show people my feelings, and I think it could be used my art as a therapy. I I think I'm influenced by the art from the Frida. Yeah, I think I really feel amazed about this this artist. So yeah, in my case, I think I could be a painter. Yeah.
That's great. Maybe you can learn some stuff just to maybe a hobby for yourself. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's an option. Can you choose someone to
Maybe.
answer the question?
Okay. Angel Santiago, what about this question?
Well, I choose to try be a good 3D artist. I have dedicated myself for this for many years, and I don't know. I think I am achieving my goals. I'm not there yet, but I am very satisfied with how far I I I managed to go. Do you know? So for me, this I choose to try to be a good 3D art, and I go continue try to do this. How about you, Bruno?
Well, I don't know if I'm sure, but it's number 9. Sorry for I didn't pay attention. Number 9,
No, don't worry. Number 6. Okay.
number 6.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't have an expectative what it's possible I do. Maybe paint, because maybe easy. I don't know. It's possible. Like for example, abstract paint. I think easy to learning. That's it. I don't know if I'm excellent artist to become. I think it's painter. It's easier to learning. Abstract too. Oh my gosh! My heart say I'm angry today, so I paint with a black color or the other color more hard, maybe. I don't know. And you, Sarah?
Very good. We have like the psychology of colors, each color means something, or it could make you feel in some way. So I think it makes sense, your comment, And probably I would choose to be a writer because I always like to write and to read books. Lately, I need to get better because I'm reading more on my phone than real books, I need to read more. But I'd like to have this ability to tell stories and to make the imagination of people go places, and be this person who share something about myself, my perspective, the way I see the world to others using words that are very powerful. In fact, you cannot say that words are not important because everything we do is related to words, even though sometimes we don't need to say anything. So the last question, since we have some time, question number 9, okay? Why do you think artists are often undervalued in society? Bruna, can you share your point of view?
Well, I think it's, in my opinion, because it's difficult for me to evaluate the artist because I don't understand very well what, in special the arts in the museum, for example. I think it's the category. It's not valued because, for example, the singer, I think it's they evaluate for the society. No, have many shows. It's possible to they do, and but for example, the article in the museum, the painter, for example, I think it's difficult because here in Brazil, we don't have the culture to visit the museum, to appreciate the arts. I think it's difficult because maybe I don't know. Some exposition, for example, it's expensive, you know. It's necessary to pay a lot to visit the museum, and if you don't understand why, I will spend my money with something that I don't understand. Maybe I don't appreciate. I think that's why the undervalued. And you, Island.
Yeah, it's a hard question. I think, unfortunately, there is some difficulties. How, for example, how much the government invest in culture in our country. I think it can difficult people to access more culture, to appreciate more art, and as Donna said about the how much expensive it can be, for example, a ticket for the museums, and I think it could be a problem to access the art. I think it's more about the how society or government value the art, and so unfortunately in our country it can be better a lot, so yeah. And to Sarah, what did you think about this question?
Great points, girls. I agree. I think that we have to somehow make this art be appreciated by others, like the government. Everybody can do something, you know, to share. That is important, like we were saying before. And maybe something that I was thinking, we have this mindset that work should have, for example, should be hard work or physical work, or that you need a degree. And in some cases, if you want to be an artist, you have to study, you have to qualify yourself, but you don't necessarily have to go to college. And I think this mindset, it's a little bit old-fashioned, and people are like, oh, you didn't go to college, so you are not, it's not a real job. So I think that's very offensive, right? And we kind of have to be open to new types of work, new lifestyles, because each person knows what's better for them, and it's okay to choose something different. It might not make sense to you, but for them it's good enough, and we should be supportive, right, to encourage them to pursue their career and their dreams, just like we are doing. So I think we have to be more open to new ideas in our society. And you, Santiago, what's your perspective?
I think it's because art is something that has no practical value. People treat it as a secondary thing. There is a joke that if the world's end, people you want a hunter and not a poet by their side. As long as art is not seen as something very economically value, profitable, having it is, artists will be underestimated. You have a very good point about the question is job have to be a hard job, and I am a senior 3D artist, and I has abandoned two universities. I'm not formed yet, and I work in the biggest company of 3D in America Latina. So, but from a lot of people, what I do don't have value, because it's just for a video game for kids play. So that is it.
But it's entertaining, right? It has some purpose to serve others, for sure. And it is amazing to know you have gotten so far with your career. Congratulations, Santiago. And we are about to finish. Just the feedback link, so you can share your opinions, suggestions, okay? You are always welcome to say your thoughts, okay? That's very important. And just a comment, Santiago said about when the word is ending, we want hunters and not artists. I was thinking about the Titanic, you know, they had people playing the instruments to calm people down and just set a better mood. So maybe art could also be useful. If the word is ending, at least we can relax and, I don't know,
I agree.
have a last great moment to ourselves. Art has something special in our lives, for sure. But let's hope the word not ends today. Maybe, I don't know, it's better like this. Thank you guys so much. I hope you can come more often, okay, for more conversations, and take care.
Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
next
Have a nice
time.
day.